The Real Opinion is brought to you by Rainstorm Car Wash. Get in and get clean today.
Hey Central Illinois, Geno Reynolds from The Real Opinion here to tell you about this last weekend's little what-if movie that could. The Purge, starring Ethan Hawke, took Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson's new comedy, The Internship, to task this last weekend. I'm here to tell you that the victory it achieved is kinda deserved. It is March 21st in the year 2022. 10 years ago, our new founding fathers created a day called The Purge, which is a 12-hour period starting at 7 p.m. on the 21st. During this 12-hour period, all crime is legal and anyone is a target, except for certain government officials, of course. Certain types of weapons are off limits, which I think is assumed that things like nukes can't be used. James Sandin is a home security salesman that lives in a high-income neighborhood with his family. He is also now the company's top seller. A lot of the systems he sold were to most of his neighbors. On the night of the Purge, James's son, Charlie, sees on the security system's camera that a wounded man is being chased down by a group of what seem to be entitled rich college students in masks, led by a possibly insane unnamed blonde student. Charlie unlocks the security system and lets the wounded man in, which causes the group to attempt to break into their house. The only trouble is the problems have already begun inside the house before the group even got there. If you can put aside the fact that this premise would never work in real life, this movie can be a lot of fun. In real life, giving Americans just one day to let loose isn't going to solve our country's problems with violence and poverty. I say, for this movie, let it go. If you did what I did and just start thinking like the people did in the movie, you'll find yourself enjoying the ridiculousness of it all. Of course, if you start to think this way, you will see things coming a mile away. That didn't ruin the fun of the idea of this film for me, though. One of the few problems I did have with the movie is the repetitiveness. I think they went to the well one too many times with the someone's in danger or are saved at the last minute thing. The movie is also extremely predictable when it comes to the story and the scares. It relied a lot on both jump and creepy image scares too many times. That being said, these things really didn't hurt the movie at all. Though predictable, the movie did them well. It is kind of fun to hear the banter on this world's radio and TV shows. Like today, there is more than one side to everything, and not everybody agrees with the Purge. You have pundits on both sides making their arguments on whether or not the Purge is just a way to get rid of the less productive members of society. That's the movie's words and not mine. One of the comments that really stuck out with me was a guy on a radio show talking about his aggressions towards his boss being built up for a year and he finally got a chance to do something about it. It makes you wonder what the next day at work would be like if this guy failed in his quest. I have a feeling that this isn't the last we'll see of this premise. This movie really only focused on one family and one neighborhood, and the Purge happens all over America as the opening credits show us. As long as it doesn't try to make a serious franchise out of this premise, I would at least be curious to see where this could go. This movie isn't going to make everybody happy, but I think if you want something of a what-if storyline that is kind of fun and even a bit ridiculous, then this is for you. But remember, it's only just one guy's opinion. Tune in Friday for my review of The Man of Steel. I'm Geno Reynolds from The Real Opinion. Until next time.
The Real Opinion is brought to you by Rainstorm Car Wash. Get in and get clean today.